Are you looking for a really easy 2-row repeat crochet stitch that's a little more dense and only requires the knowledge of how to chain and single crochet to complete? If you are, the Sieve Stitch and Crochet might just be the one you're looking for. It looks beautiful in multicolored yarn. It looks beautiful in solid color yarn. It's just an all-around beautiful crochet stitch. If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For today's tutorial, you're going to have to gather a few things. So first off, I'm going to use a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook for this tutorial. Use whatever works best for you. I'm going to use some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. I'm going to need a yarn needle at the end if I want to weave in my ends. I'm also going to need a pair of scissors at the end if I want to weave in my ends. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. You begin the sieve stitch by chaining an even number. Any even number will do, so I have chained 10. For row 1, we're going to begin by working into the second chain from the crochet hook, so not this one, but this one. Into that second chain from the crochet hook, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. Now we're going to get into our repeat. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip a chain, and into the next chain, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. We're going to repeat that all the way across, where you chain 1, skip 1, work a single crochet into the next one, all the way across. You should end your row with a single crochet stitch if you did your chaining right. So again, I just finished this one, I chained 1, I'm going to skip this chain, and into the very last chain I am going to work a single crochet stitch. And that completes row 1. For row 2, we begin by chaining 1 and then turning our work. For row 2, until the very last stitch, we are only going to work into those chain 1 gaps from the previous row. So we're going to skip over this stitch and we're going to work into that chain 1 gap from the previous row. So into that chain 1 gap, we're going to place 2 single crochets. So there's 1 and 2. We're going to skip over this stitch, get to the next chain 1 space and repeat and work 2 single crochet stitches into that chain 1 gap. Skip over this, go to the next chain 1 gap, and into that chain 1 gap we work 2 single crochet stitches. Skip, and then into the last chain 1 gap we're going to work 2 single crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and then into the very last stitch of the row we're going to work a singular single crochet stitch. So here we are in the very last stitch of the row. So it's a little bit odd here, especially after that first row, but right here is where we're going to work that last single crochet of row 2, and that completes row 2. For row 3, we're going to begin by chaining 1 and turning our work. Into the very first stitch here, we're going to work a single crochet stitch. We're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and work a single crochet in the next one. And that is our repeat for this row. We chain 1, we skip a stitch, into the next we work a singular single crochet stitch. Chain 1, skip, singular single crochet stitch, chain 1, skip, and singular single crochet stitch right here into the very last stitch of the row. And that completes row 3. For the remainder of your project, you're going to simply keep alternating row 2 and row 3. So I just completed a row 3, so now I'm doing a row 2 repeat where I chain 1, turn, and put 2 single crochets in the chain 1 gap. skip over this stitch, put 2 single crochets in the chain 1 gap. So again, for the remainder of your project, you just keep alternating row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3. Now you can decide how you end your project. I tend to just end after a repeat of a row 2, so that's what I've just completed here. I feel like that gives me a more solid top edge. Again, you could end after a repeat of row 1. You're just going to have a little more loose of an edge. Total personal preference, whatever you like the look of it to look like, I would go with that. But I don't do anything special for finishing this crochet stitch. And that's how to sieve, stitch, and crochet. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for another fun 2-row repeat crochet stitch, you could check out my crochet prairie stitch tutorial right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.